Hi, it's David Bromley here. So we've covered the first two stages of this 6 stages from being a beginner trader to a successful system trader. We've got the right software that can replicate reality for us, and we understand the need to be systematic and methodical in gaining an edge for our trading system. And I said that the next stage was to really become familiar with the ride of our trading system. And this is a subject I've talked about quite a bit. I've mentioned this concept of a system's ride. And each system has its own particular kind of ride. And what I'm talking about is that what it asks of you as a trader to trade that actual trading system. With our trading software, if we've got the right kind of software, we can produce these lovely tests and get a lot of information. And when we do that, we behave in the human way. We're fixated on the outcome. We look at how much did we make? What was our annual return? How many trades did we place? What was the period of time over which it took to make this money? How many trades were winning trades? How many trades were losing trades? We can get sophisticated. We can ask for the risk-adjusted return, and we can look at different measures to determine not only how rewarding it was, but what the risk associated with it was. We can look at things like, we can run Monte Carlo simulations. We can reorder all our trades randomly thousands of times and look at the best and worst case scenarios. We can do all sorts of things, and these evaluation measures have their place. But having done that, and this is what we tend to be attracted towards, we don't learn very much in terms of what it's like to actually trade that system. What will I need to do to get these wonderful returns? And I think in my experience, the people who've had the most difficulty sticking to a trading system, and we talked about this, where even traders who have managed to establish an edge and have got a trading system that if they follow it, appears to have a good chance of making money, still find a way not to follow it, which always sounds strange. But the ones who've had the biggest difficulty have been the ones that haven't really got their feet wet and looked at what exactly will I need to do on a daily basis? What will it mean to me as an individual to actually follow this trading system? Never mind how I'm going to feel when I've got all these millions that I've made. And it was a turning point for me when I was able to lift the lid and start to look inside these results. If there's 500 trades in your test, well, let's have a look at some of these trades. Let's see what they do on a day-to-day basis. Let's see how they affect our capital. Let's see what the changing nature of these trades was like. How the ones that started off as winning trades turned into losing trades. How many times did we appear to be just banging our head against the wall and placing loser after loser after loser, even though our tests suggested that maybe half or nearly half our trades would be winning trades? How long would it be before we sometimes saw a winning trade? And what would be the impact on our capital over that period of time? And to really step through the day-to-day outcome rather than just being fixated on the results. And this sounds pretty obvious. It sounds pretty much as though anybody would do this, but I think the traders the small proportion of traders who really take this on board and really decide to actually understand what the ride of their trading system is, are the ones who have got the best chance of following their systems. So you can start to see actually how all these stages are interrelated. If you don't have the right software, then you're not able to do this job. If you don't do this job, you don't gain the confidence that you need in the trading system to keep you going through the difficult times. If you don't have the confidence you need to keep going through the difficult times, then you don't follow the trading system when it gets difficult. And if you don't follow it, you become like the vast majority of traders who lose their money and become naysayers and talk about, I did everything that was recommended to me, it's not possible to make money. Well, it's because they didn't set themselves up the right way, they didn't appreciate how these steps are interrelated. So this is the third stage. It's possible now because we've got this power to do this, not just to run tests and tweak our systems rules to see how much money we can make, but understand what it's like. What are we really doing to the trading system? What are we really doing to our day-to-day experience when we make these changes? And that's what's going to lift you into this small minority of traders who make money. So that's the third stage. I'm going to race through the final three stages really, because they are so interrelated: gaining confidence, sticking to your trading system, and becoming one of the winning minority. So thanks again for sticking with us and taking the time and trouble to watch this, and I'm looking forward to covering the rest of it soon.